You know what? I'm gonna make a story because Shay is a little bitch boy. So as I was saying, so there was one time, right? I was in Applebee's, right? Check it.
Oh my
Me and
fucking
my
god.
fam squad, mom, my sister, and I chilling.
My fam squad. My fam
Enemies
squad
are
homie
here.
dog. Wait.
Guys, help me. In that shit.
Moving.
The story
I got you.
I got him.
You got him?
Yeah.
Is there more? Is there more? I'm coming.
But as I was saying, back in Applebee's with the fam squad, mommy, sister, and I, there was this waitress. Name was Beatrice. Guys say hottest woman I've ever met. But aside from that, she gave me the option: do you want your pancakes sautéed, or do you like it with ketchup and mustard? And I was like, what? That's an option? And she was like, yeah. Well, I was like, I don't fuck with ketchup and mustard like that. And then she was like, well, it's either you're gonna drink it like a man or you're gonna take it like a bitch. And I'm like, well, mama didn't raise no bitch. So, I was like, all right, bring me ketchup and mustard.
Raise the soldier, not a bitch, not a bitch.
Mama, raise the soldier, not a bitch.
But, as my story continues, right?
Alright, be myself, okay?
But yeah, here's the weird part about it, right? She brings me the freaking dish. And, I thought it looked weird at first, aside from like the mold sprouting out about it.
Nigga, what?
But, I probably thought it was a design. And so, I ate it and Beatrice smiled.
We're gonna die.
Let me finish. The smile was as big as
Just
the
gonna have to stop you there. We're gonna die.
We're gonna die. What happened?
We're too far from the storm. We got distracted.
Oh.
Alright.
Yeah.
What
I was saying.
Stories.
So Beatrice, she saw me, eat the pancakes without hesitation, because as you know, mom didn't raise no bitch. And so, aside from that, as her grin, the grin I've ever seen, it's the biggest grin I've ever seen. The Grinch's grin looked like fucking shit compared to hers, right?
Wait, what?
She grinned at me, raised her eyebrows as high as she can, then opened wide and said, "Ha, you just ate my water." And I was like, "Water?"
I don't like where this is going.
I don't like you.
Then she walks away menacingly, and then just turns around, winks at me, then calls her friend Jim to come over there. So as Jim approaches me, he's like, "I'm sorry, man. Like, we don't know what her issue is. All honestly, we don't know how she got hired." And so I was like, well, I mean, it wasn't that bad, because I was trying to be polite, but that shit tastes like fucking garbage. Imagine eating like someone's ass and then like they shit in your mouth. That's how bad it was. And they try to make they try to make you feel better by putting peanut butter on your lips, but it doesn't make it any better. It makes it worse. And so Jim was just saying, well, it's free of charge. But I was like, what does she make me eat? I'm kind of curious, man. What happened?
Her water.
I don't know. Her water, apparently.
Jim, he just turns around, smirks at me like she did, and then just winks at me and again says, "Her water." And I'm like, what the fuck? What is water? The fuck is this water? And then out of nowhere, her daughter actually shows up. Now her daughter was a nice person. She was like, "Hey, no worries," gave me some apple juice, and it was pretty chill, right? Had a conversation. But then I brought up a situation about the pancakes. I was like, what the fuck did, Beatrice feed me? And then she, again, smirks at me, winks, says, "Her water." And then I was tired of that shit. I'm like, fuck. Got up, threw my plate against the wall of growls to see what would happen. They all simultaneously came out. Beatrice splits them all like goddamn Moses in the river. And then, like, out of nowhere, Beatrice just says, "How did you like my water?" And I was like, it was pretty good. And she was like, "Yeah, I know." Actually, that's not her voice. Her voice was like more like, "Yeah, I know." And so
Beatrice,
I know, I would assume Beatrice was nice. And so after, that whole fateful day, 2 months passed, right? 2 months passed. I go back 2 months later to go, check it out, just to have it again. I see Beatrice, she has a smirk. "Hey, how you doing, sweetie?" I'm like, "Sup, Beatrice, how you been?" And then, Jim was like, "What's up, man?" I said, "What's up?" And then her daughter, "Hey, what's up?" I was like, "Beatrice, I want the exact same thing you gave me last time." "My water?" "Yeah." And then as I ate it again, it looked like moldy. I don't know if it's possibly mold. We're gonna find out in a minute, right? So I'm munching down, eating as fast as I can to figure out what the fuck is this? Tastes like horse ass, but I gotta eat to figure out why is they calling it water.
Wait a minute. You said it tastes like horse ass. Wait a minute. Pause. Why do you know what horse ass tastes like?
that's a different story for another time, but we'll get to that. Now, as I was saying, I was eating her water. Now, obviously, no, I was just wondering, some backstory. She told me Beatrice used to be a Vietnam veteran, and I was like,
Oh,
oh, that's cool, right? I was like, that's chill, that's awesome as fuck. So, what does that do anything? She's like, she's had to do things she's never wanted to do, and she so happened to made you something that she had to improvise on her missions. It's an honor. And I'm like, okay. So, lack of resources, I'm assuming she just fed me shit. But no. That's not what she fed me. That's not at all what she fed me.
For water.
And so instead, I leave for a year actually, and then I go back at the start of the year, January, just to see, what may have changed over the course of Beatrice's, transition. First off, she had a new hairstyle, really nice, cut her hair, got a little nice bang going on there. But that's not the point. I'm sorry, I'm getting off. She looked really nice. That's what I'm going at. But aside from her looking really nice, pretty good, she finally tells me, well, what would you like? And I say, I just want a burger, right? Flat out, I just need a burger. I don't want to eat any, like, fucking horse ass. And then she was like, good, you learned your lesson. I'm like, my lesson? And then she was like, yeah, your lesson. I'm like, there was a lesson to be learned? And she's like, yeah, never ask for my water again. I'm like, the fuck is your water? Like, you make it seem like it's some kind of big thing, right? So apparently, the fun little come story is I was talking to her daughter that exact day. She said, did she tell you what it was finally? I was like, nah, what was it? And then Jim. You would assume Jim would like lay me out nicely. He wouldn't he wouldn't just tell me flat out what the fuck he did.
This is cool.
And so as the story progresses, apparently the reason why I was coughing up, my pee had a little blood in it, was because apparently she has been feeding me remnants of her dead STDs that she took from Vietnam.
Nigga,
what the hell?
How do you sever off this? What?
So happens she was a scientist, and that she was instructed to do so to isolate the gene. I didn't die from it.
She managed to physically cut off STDs.
Now, let me finish. So, as she fed it to me, right? I'll admit. This is where the horse ass comes in. You guys know how I know what it tastes like?
That's nasty.
Well, that's apparently horse meat was actually cured. I'm dead. Goodbye, guys.
You're dying? Yeah. Oh, I was. Okay, you guys were having a huge ass battle. You guys were having a huge ass battle while I was in one other direction, just not paying attention. My aim sucks, donkey dick.
Remember how I told you it tastes like horse meat, right? So apparently horse meat was the way to stop it. But, well, specifically the horse meat sucks, donkey dick.
Bro, there's so many.
Jaden, please look for me.
Bro, there's so many.
And so, what ended up happening may shock you guys even more. So,
oh my god.
Okay, wait, come on. Let me put my input in first. So, like, when you said water, I was thinking that her water had broke, and that's what she used for the fucking pancakes.
I was thinking that was her freaking jizz.
No, that's
I feel like you guys. So first, those are all good observations. That's where I would have gone with, but obviously that's not what fucking happened. All right. So back to the horse story about what I ate. So the horse meat, like I told you, remember I said it tastes like horse ass? It apparently was in fact horse ass. It wasn't a joke. So I ate and consumed the booty essentially, and that from that day forth, when I walk in there or to Applebee's, I'm known as the booty eater, and so it was a big joke that's been running on.
I really forgot that this is all taking place in Applebee's.
But aside from the story, so far ending, I did get to go to college. I got to be a therapist, but then I needed therapy of my own because I just ate a horse's ass, and I just had STDs without knowing, and like no one contracted because how she was just a scientist. She knew how to keep it in me.
How do you cut off and liquefy STDs?
You ask Beatrice. End of the story. End of story. More of the story. Don't eat pancakes that look like they have mold on it.
That's not okay.
I wouldn't eat moldy food ever.
Well, first off, it looked like mold. I never said it was.
Okay.
You couldn't You're cutting the
Stay in drugs, don't do school.
See? He got a lot of horse ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the end of my story. But it's you guys' turn then, you know.